TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. A Barcelona News Round-Up coming up for you today, and there is some big news to discuss as we're going to be going over Ousmane Dembélé and the surgery that he underwent today in Finland. We're also going to be talking there about a possible replacement there for Ousmane as an emergency signing here in the forward area. And of course, we are going to be talking more about what happened on the weekend, and in particular, the mentality that Barca showed and what was said at half-time to inspire that second half victory. It's all coming up. Let's get to it now. Come on. But I want to start first and foremost here with Antoine Griezmann, because this morning in the French media there have been a few reports here and there basically speaking about Griezmann and the way that he's unhappy in Barcelona right now. Apparently he feels isolated in the city, he hasn't really adapted in the way that he hoped, and also his partner is not really happy right now in Barcelona, and it's not really coming together for Antoine Griezmann. Now that was coming there from the French media, and that was making its way, of course, over to Spain. However, right throughout the Spanish media right now, Sport, MD, they say that is not the case. That is completely false news, and I wanted to bring that to you here today, guys, because I know a lot of people would read that and think, you know, Griezmann hates Barca, Griezmann here hates it at the club, and obviously right now he is going through struggles, but I still do believe with work, with integration, he can be a success, and I think what Griezmann actually needs right now is calm around him. We don't want to be getting bogged down with these sort of reports. We don't want false rumours going around in the media. Griezmann is going to be focused on the football. That's what we've all got to focus on, and I didn't want this false rumour floating around, creating false narratives, because as it's been denied also by his entourage, it's not true. So like I say, guys, Dembele in Finland today to undergo that very important surgery on that serious hamstring injury that he currently has. He's going to be accompanied there by Eric Abidal during that process. And after that time, of course, once that surgery is all completed and once Barcelona have the official medical reports, we will know whether we can bring in an emergency signing as a replacement there for Ousmane Dembele. And let me just explain exactly how that process works, because Barcelona there, following that surgery to Dembele, they'll then have 20 days to present that official medical report to the Federation of Spain, to La Liga, to show basically that Dembele does have a serious problem. When that there has been done, they'll study that, they'll verify that, they'll check that. We will see that definitely Dembele is going to be out there for a long period. They need to check that, of course, because otherwise Barcelona, if it wasn't serious, they wouldn't be able to bring in somebody as that emergency signing. But as long as Dembele is out for 5+ months has been mentioned, 4+ months as well, that then will be verified, approved, and Barcelona then, when all that happens, will have 15 days to bring in that emergency signing. Now this morning, MD have come out there, week of the 9. That's what it basically means right now. Dembele undergoing this surgery. When that happens, then Barcelona need to be aware, need to be alert, and if they are going to bring somebody in, they need to move quickly. Now, MD right now say that Sociedad's William José is on the agenda, Getafe's Angel Rodriguez, Lucas Perez, of course, of Alaves, and a former player of Setien's at Betis, Laurent Moron, is on the radar. Now, right now, apparently Quique Setien would favour a move there for William José, but according to MD, Barcelona actually tried to go down that route in January, but was knocked back after a bid of 24 million euros was rejected by Sociedad. So I kind of think that William José may be out of our price range. We'd look there, I think, at Getafe's Angel Rodriguez. He's somebody who's impressed this season. He's getting on, of course. He wouldn't be expensive, but it's just somebody to bring in to bolster our attacking options. They'd only be able to play in La Liga and not the Champions League. But we're going to have to wait and see once that confirmation of Dembele's timeout comes out, and then, of course, that window that we will have to act. Can the club bring somebody in? Can we actually cope there with trying to sign a player in a short space of time? That's not exactly one of our strengths. We will have to wait and see what happens, but without a shadow of a doubt, we do need someone. But if we move on here to Felipe Coutinho, because a number of reports have come out circulating here that Coutinho does not want to return to Barcelona. In particular there, Cat Radio are coming out and saying that Coutinho ideally would like to stay at Bayern Munich. His preference there would be to sign permanently at Bayern. But right now, Bayern don't want to do that. They really don't want to sign Coutinho on a permanent basis. They're not going to get anywhere near the €120 million clause that was, of course, inserted there into his original loan deal. And to be honest, I'm kind of doubting myself whether Coutinho does want to stay at Bayern. Originally, when he went there, he was going to try and make an impression. He was trying to there find another home. But at the same time, he hasn't really done that, because you look at it right now, he's started their last 3 league games on the bench, and he hasn't really been central to Bayern's plans right throughout the season. He's not really one of the players they fully counted on, and I don't really buy there that he wants to stay there above everything else. And I think, to be honest, right now, we've got to put these reports to one side. I think what's going to happen is no decision right now is going to be made up until the summer transfer window by either Coutinho or Barcelona themselves. I think Coutinho will certainly return there from his loan spell at Bayern. He's not going to stay there. I really don't see that happening. And from there, when he's back at the club, 2 things could happen. Number 1, the club may look once again to offload him. They're going to look again to the Premier League to try and get there some of that transfer fee back. Or, number 2, they could choose perhaps to integrate Coutinho here back into the Barcelona team. Now, of course, you've got to take into account under a completely different coach, a different way of playing, under Quique Setien. So right now with Coutinho, I'd leave all those options open. But like I say, guys, we have to end here today by talking about the mentality of this Barcelona team. And like I said, over the past few days, that was the thing against Real Betis that was most encouraging to me. To see there that we went behind twice, we bounced back at a difficult away stadium. That is the kind of attitude and the mentality that we need to see from these Barcelona players when it really, really matters. And I think it was really, really interesting the fact that there was a camera inside the tunnel at halftime, and it actually there picked up the words of Lionel Messi and also Sergio Busquets and what was said at halftime to really inspire there a good, dominant second half performance. Because you can see Messi here, he was basically saying, come on guys there, rallying the rest of the group. He was saying, we're going to do it now. We're going to get the job done. Along those lines there from Messi, he believed we were going to get it done. Busquets then said, that's it now. We've got that equalising goal. We're going to go and get this win for sure. And then Messi, he said, let's come together just like the other day. Let's go again. Let's do this. And that is really good to see there. The fact that Messi is referencing the other day, what we saw there against Athletic Club, the way that we played. Yes, we didn't win. Yes, we went out of the Copa del Rey, but the signs were there. And that's what the players are feeling right now. They're feeling as though they're moving in a different direction. The change in the mentality is certainly coming. And I, for the first time in a long, long time, I don't know whether you guys feel the same about it, but I felt as though in that Betis game, I felt as though we'd win. I just felt a confidence in Barcelona that I haven't felt in a long time, particularly away from home. Because in these kind of games, we stumble, we go down, we really get back up. But in that game on Sunday, I just felt as though, even though we went behind early, even though we went behind again at 2-1, I just felt as though, right now, we could pick ourselves up and get the job done. And that is exactly what we did. But before we do end today's video, guys, I've got to end it here on what is a very, very sad note for me. A few days ago, I was contacted there by a close friend of somebody who sat down and watched all my videos. He's a big Barcelona fan, and they basically told me that the friend that they've been watching my videos with over a long period of time, sadly, took his own life. And I'm making this tribute here, of course, as a tribute to the very, very sad news that Jesse is no longer with us. He was just 19 years old when he took his life there. A huge Barcelona fan from New York, his favourite player there, Lionel Messi. And like I say, he was a big fan of my videos, but I'm making this here as a big tribute to him and everything that he would want us to stand for. But also, talk. If you have a problem, if you are dealing with things inside, if you don't feel as though you're moving in the right direction, speak to somebody, anybody, but please, please do that. And this here is for Jesse. I know certainly his brother Dylan is going to be watching this. His brother is just 17 years old. All of their family now, I cannot even imagine what they're going through. But I thought it was really, really nice to hear that on Friday they had the wake there for Jesse. And actually, the Barcelona anthem was played during that. And that's incredible. And I think here, to come together, to celebrate here, the life of somebody I'm sure who is a massive, massive fan of this club. But of course, like I say, as a wider note, guys, please talk. And you never, ever know what somebody is going through. So if you can just help one person, that would be incredible. Rest in peace, Jesse. So that there, guys, brings to an end today's News Roundup video. Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below on all the topics that we have discussed in today's video. Thank you, as always, for your brilliant, brilliant support. And like I say, guys, if you ever need anything, please talk here. I'm sure the community will always be welcoming, always be supporting. That's what it's all about. One big family. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.
Barça, Barça.